Oh, DLO's not even here. There.
Sorry, I decided to pull
There
out a
he is.
special figure at the last second. Like,
Oh, there we go.
got
Ooh.
Batman, but we need Bruce. I mean, I think it's appropriate for the evening, don't you think?
No, I do think
Absolutely.
so. That's an amazing 2-pack. You know, 2-packs themselves are pretty much grails for the most part, and that is no different. Those two together look great. So, welcome to the Jedi Knights Watch. We're going live tonight, kind of an impromptu live. You know, I was just kind of thinking today, I haven't been able to talk about this new Batman figure, so why don't I wrangle up the group and the boys and we talk about it, hang out with you guys. If anybody wants to hang out tonight for a little bit, then we're going to be out here hanging out. So TGIF to you boys, and what's going on? How are you? What's up, DLO?
As you can tell, I've never looked better. So I'm doing real good, Graham. Thank you for this very last minute, very late on the East Coast stream. Thank you for thinking
I had
of
to
me.
put a shirt on.
Digging that shirt though.
Yeah,
Oh, you
show
like this? It is a
show
little
the people that
throwback.
shirt.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. These are for the
Hold on.
true collectors from back in the day. They know this one.
Boo bam. Look at that.
Boo
you guys
bam.
just-
Avengers.
Let's go.
If the crew is watching, throwback. Let me get a discount on my next T-shirt.
And I got the Wallen shirt on. You know who
Oh,
that
nice.
is, D-Lo?
Nice. Yeah, that's from your little concert thingamajig you guys went to there. Your little
There you go.
hoedown.
Yeah.
If you-
That's
Little
right.
hold down. I got Cuphead. Anybody a fan? No? Let's go.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cuphead, man. Look at that.
You ever play that game?
Yeah, you lost me on that one. No, never. I've
Huh?
I
Yeah,
had
check
to
it
get
out.
me
You
on
like
that.
if you
No,
like
I just-
hard if you like hard games, it's kind of like, you know, Mario but hard. It's pretty tough.
Crash Bandicoot
Mario's
is
already
already
hard
hard
enough, man.
enough.
Yeah.
I can't think of a Mario game I've actually beaten. So like that, I'll never play that.
Screw
I don't know
that.
how I played some of these games growing up, like Crash Bandicoot, even like Donkey Kong, and you know some of these
Yeah.
games. I'm just like trying to
Crash
play now. I'm
stuff.
like so frustrated because you're just trying to make that jump or whatever, and it just
Maybe
just
that's why
doesn't
when I was a
happen.
kid, I always had the broken controllers because I was pissed, you know.
Well,
it's true.
someone needed to talk to a therapist back then. Okay.
You have
But,
no idea.
Brick, how are you doing, sir? What's going on with you?
I'm doing well. It's Friday. I'm ready for the 3-day weekend. I'm excited. Excited for the show. Excited to talk about some Batman. And yeah, thinking about pre-ordering this bad boy. I don't know about D-Lo. He doesn't like the whole pre-order thing, which I understand 100%. But yeah,
Well-
I don't know. It gets me excited when I pre-order and I see it. We'll talk about it more in a minute. But man, it's just exciting knowing that you have one soon.
Well, I
2
think
years.
one of us may have pre-ordered it.
Oh
So,
boy.
we'll see who that
boy.
is.
D-Lo?
Well, clearly,
I think
you-
D-Lo did.
No, I mean, obviously, no. It was clearly Graham.
It's
He's the weak one. Everyone knows he's the weak one. Jeez.
D-Lo's thinking in his head, "You weak bitch, you
Yeah.
idiot."
Stupid.
Wait, is Friday a family show? Since we don't normally do Fridays, is it?
We
or
don't
is it
do
F
this, so
Fridays?
yeah, I think we can just let loose.
I think
and
Friday it's
do what we
yeah.
want.
Fucking
Man,
weak.
We don't have
All right,
we don't
yeah,
have to be
doesn't
as
matter.
professional.
now.
I mean, if
The
we get
last one.
demonetized, it's
Nobody
like
knows we're on. We
12
kind of came
cents
out
I
of nowhere.
lose. You know, it's all right.
Well, it's PG-13 tonight, so I used our one F-bomb.
You
like
get the
within
one.
The first
Yeah, we get
Yep.
the one.
5 minutes.
All right. I'm just bringing stuff up because I accidentally clicked out of it. So
Loving my hair tonight. It's nice.
Oh yeah, wavy.
we got a few people in the chat lurking, but nobody's really talking. So guys, hit us up. Let us know you're here. We do have Doc Bat in the house. Says, "What's up, fam? What is going on? Thank you for being here." Yeah, great days for Batman collectors, and that's kind of why I just wanted to get on here, talk to you guys about it. I was gonna do, like an 8-minute video today on my thoughts, but I'm like, I was talking to Brick. He's like, "Hey, you want to go live?" So I'm like, "I don't care. Let's go live for a little bit and just hang out. And if anybody hangs out with us, then that's fine. If not, then whatevs, right?"
Yeah, whatever.
So let's just bring it up here and get right into it. First of all, are you guys excited for the movie? Are you guys planning on going to the theater to see it, DLO?
Oh,
Are you gonna
100%.
wait?
I actually, well, I didn't have a chance to tell you guys this here, but I got advance tickets to go see it
Wow.
here. Yeah, like it was one. I was put on a wait list, and because like I got an email, and then I did it almost immediately, but it was already quickly filled up. So they put me in a wait list. Only these wait lists actually convert the same day, so I was able to
Oh,
secure a seat. So I'll actually be seeing it Monday.
no way.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
This coming
get to see
Monday?
it. This coming Monday, I'm gonna get to see it.
Oh,
Wow, dude.
I
That's
just-
awesome.
A few hours ago, I just didn't have a chance to tell you guys, but yeah. So not only am I excited, but I'm gonna go see it. So hell
that's sick.
yes.
I'm super jelly right now.
I
No
will. Don't worry, guys.
spoilers.
I'll tell you everything about it. Oh no, I won't spoil it. I'll just tell you everything.
I know one I know one
Yeah.
spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it. But
Well, having said that, I do it's nice. It's kind of weird at the same time. Like, do you guys think Batman is driving this Flash movie, like the excitement and everything, or do you think it's the Flash himself, or just kind of everything, the story? I have to think, like, without Batman being in this movie, it definitely wouldn't be as polarizing as of a movie as it's getting to be. It's getting to be like a huge DC kind of event. I think it's also the fact that DC fans are kind of starved for a really good DC movie. You know, we had Wonder Woman, which was really good. The second one, ugh. Aquaman was okay, but again, just nothing like great. You know, it's been a minute since we've had a great DC movie, and I was seeing the trailer. I think it looks amazing, and then when we see Batman, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Batman is what is exciting me about this movie, but I do think the story itself looks very, very
Sure.
entertaining as well. But and what are your guys' thoughts on the event of the Flash movie, and I guess if you have thoughts on kind of if the fact that the DCEU is not continuing in this manner, like, does that affect it, or is it just good to get this final kind of movie in? And I don't know, what are your thoughts just in general?
I think if it wasn't for Michael Keaton coming into this movie would not be as hyped. I think people would still want to see it, DC fans, comic book fans, you know, in general, but seeing Michael Keaton in that trailer and hearing that he was going to be in this film is huge for old timers, and you know, just seeing Michael Keaton back in the suit again. It's, you know, I think it's personally think it's bigger than seeing Tobey Maguire back in the suit, and I'm a Spider-Man fan number one. This is huge. So you know, I always talk to whoever I'm talking to. I accidentally say Batman, like I'm gonna go see the new Batman movie, but it's really Flash. I say that all the time. The story does look really good. I am excited to see Flash as well. And I'm excited to see where they take this. You know, you hear, you know, theories like, oh, this will be the start of the new DC. You know, this is leading into that and how that's going to start. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Yeah, you're definitely hitting on some good points there, Brick. I mean, because I feel very much the same way you do, and you as well too, Graham. It's just like it definitely feels like, quite frankly, if the Batmen, let's not just say Keaton, because obviously we still
Sure.
have Ben Affleck in there as well too, and I'm sure he has his own fans are excited to see him one more time before he hangs up his cape. Yeah, I mean, I think quite frankly, with all the negative press and the crazy stories that have come out of this movie with the main actor, I think we as fans would probably have already given up on the movie altogether. But I think we're all kind of holding our hope that it's going to be a good movie because it's the return of Michael Keaton, you know, in the last 30 years, and you know, the last hurrah for Ben Affleck, and you know, and also like with knowing that, you know, this is going to be the end of the DCEU for the most part, at least in continuation, that it's almost something you can skip because it's all kind of pointless now. You know, it's a weird mix of weird things going on with everything that's associated with this movie. This movie could be a huge hit for Warner Brothers for once, or you know, we can just be overhyping. This can be a complete bomb. We just don't know. We really don't know at this point. But I mean, obviously, fans, we're going to go see it. Regular people, general audiences, who knows what's going to happen with it there. But all I care about at this point is having a very good time watching this movie just for what it is, and really, really hoping and crossing my fingers that we are going to get every possible figure that can possibly be made for this line here. Just as a DC fan, I mean, fatten us up, because we know you're going to starve us anyways. You might as well make everything here and keep us going until you release something for us from the next movie 2 to 3 years down the road. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it here. I just want really nice figures. And this Batman figure we're going to talk about, seeing the figure form has actually sold me more on the suit than I was by watching the trailers.
Yeah.
I think you're on mute there, Graham.
Thank you. I agree. I coughed and then I forgot to take it off, but I agree. I thought from the preview or the first images, wasn't that big of a fan. You got rid of the yellow belt, but I'm liking it a lot more with these images from the figure, and I think it's going to be great. And I think the film will be good. DLO, you're going to have to let us know without any spoilers. Now, when you get to see it early, you got to let us know if it's worth, the price of admission, if you will. But I think that, I love the 89 Batman, and I was talking on one Six Figure Focuses channel today about, for me, I can never compare the Batman to each other. I like them all for different reasons, and they're all in their own category or genre or time period, except for Clooney and Kilmer. They're the weaker ones for me. But I have my reasons for Keaton, I have my reasons for Bale, I have my reasons for Ben Affleck, and then also Pattinson. I thought he played it well too.
Sure.
But this is and I've always loved Keaton, but this is also reignited that too. Just the anticipation, and I don't care that he's old. I'm so excited to see him back in the bat suit. I don't care if he's in his 60s. I don't care if he's an old man. To me, it's just, it kind of makes me giddy again. So I'm really, really excited for this figure too, and I can't wait to talk about it. Do you think they take a bit of time to release the figures after the announcement, waiting a year and a half? I hope not. I think Flash will come quicker, but Supergirl could take some time. I don't know if they're going to redo Zod. And then if there's any other surprises, I don't know. Typically what happens is they'll give you a figure. If this is a big movie like The Batman, they gave you The Batman before the movie came out, and then we got nothing. I hope they don't do that with this, but I could see it. Obviously they're backlogged with a bunch of stuff. Return of the Jedi is the 40th anniversary. They're going to try to come out with that stuff. So I could see, them taking a little bit of time afterwards, but I guess we'll kind of see about that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's going to take some time. I mean, I'm assuming that if they do a Supergirl figure, that's going to be a whole new body. But I could be wrong. You guys might know more about that than I do. But yeah, I agree with Graham. I think Flash will come pretty quick, but still in the 2024 early, maybe. That's
right.
Just, not even an educated guess there. That's just a guess. But yeah, I mean, I could see the Flash, Supergirl, and Affleck, and of course we're getting Keaton already. So, but yeah, it's going to take some time. Hopefully not a year and a half though.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If this is going to be your first DC figure, from my experience, prepare to wait. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon when a DC release here. Unfortunately. But what I will say to Hot Toys defense is that 9 out of 10 times when it comes to a DC figure, I have noticed from all the DC figures that I have in my collection, they knock them out the park. They, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know how we get so lucky as DC fans, but when it comes to DC figures, rarely ever do they truly miss. So we may have to wait longer than the Marvel guys. We may have to wait a little bit longer than the Star Wars fans. But I'm telling you guys, I've never been disappointed with a DC release that I've ever picked up there. So it's going to be a catch-22 in this one, unfortunately. I would like to believe it's going to be quicker, but I've been conditioned at this point as a DC fan to suffer when it comes to the Hot Toys, unfortunately, with these time frames here. I mean, look at poor old Cyborg. We've been waiting for Cyborg for a very long time. We almost didn't get him if it wasn't for the Snyder Cut coming out. So it takes time. It takes time, but it's usually worth the wait here. Usually worth the wait. So, Graham, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. My daughter needed Kleenexes in bed, so I had to run them up. So I'm really out of breath now. So
You're
That's
very
pretty
sweaty.
quick.
You're very moist right now.
yeah.
Your head's getting a little shiny there.
So Doc Bat says, guys, which you getting? 89, both?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Do we want to spoil that right away,
Both.
or should we?
I'm gonna say it both right now. Like, I'm sorry.
What if you could only get one though?
I got both secured.
Because if I can only get one, I'm gonna choose this one here, the modern.
I have an
suit.
answer for that one for you there, Brick. It's the best way
boy.
to say it. If
Okay.
I can only get one, I'll get one, and then I'll figure out how to get the second one.
No, it's the same for me too. Like, you know, people are like, well, which one are you getting? And it's like, I gotta get both. It's Keaton, you know, and if you're a huge Batman fan and you have the chance to secure another Keaton figure, whether he's old or not, like, you do that, you know, you get him.
Sure.
You got to do
and
it.
You get him in your
100%,
collection.
exactly.
Even if they don't make any other figures from this movie, I would be so happy with this figure, and I'd put him right next to 89, or, you know, I'd put 89, 92 modern suit. Doesn't matter to me. I just want another Keaton representation in the collection. So I don't really pre-order figures, but I don't want to deal with waitlist stuff in case if it's something I really want, and I know there's other ways to get it, but I've been kind of doing a couple more payment plans as well. So I think that's just kind of given me a little bit more of a push to pre-order some of these that I know I really want. So I have both pre-ordered.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
We got Commander Green in the house. Hey Harold, how are you doing,
Commander.
Mr. Photogenic? Thank you for stopping by. Hey DLO, is that Special Agent 007 on your table?
Unbelievable, guys.
Unreal.
No, this is no 007. This is 00 Batman right here, baby. This is
Batman.
92. Come on, guys. Work with me. Why is it not focusing? I guess I'll put him next to me. There he goes. You can see him better. Come on. Batman 92 double pack. This is the original OG Michael Keaton figure here, dude.
Have you ever pose him with the ripped off cowl?
I have done that. It's awesome. It really is awesome. But then I have a headless tuxedo man over here. So like it feels weird, kind of bogarting the head sculpt for that.
Sure.
So I thought about looking for another head sculpt, but they're so expensive. And you find like a lot of like knockoff third party ones that look like it's been casted the Hot Toys one, but the paint apps are so weak on it that it's just like I don't want to put that on my Batman. It feels almost criminal to do it. So I keep them next to each other and stuff, and you know, stay content with that. But it's such a cool setup.
So I have the Returns single pack, and I think that figure still looks amazing to this day. But how do you feel the Bruce Wayne figure has aged? Do you think it's still really good, or does it show its age a little bit?
I mean, all figures around the time these were made are starting to show their age. I mean, that's to be honest with you. And the Keaton look, Keaton has when he was young release, he has a very distinct look. It's almost like cat-like in his face, to be honest with you there. I mean, here, I'll bring it back up just to kind of see what I'm talking about here. But he's got these really pronounced eyebrows, and that's Michael Keaton for you back in those days in the 80s and 90s. But in figure form, it kind of feels kind of cartoonish. I mean, it's a good representation of Keaton, but will I say it's like the best I think it can be? No. I do say, not to segue to a third party when we were just talking about this here, but the Mars Bruce Wayne figure that they are releasing, Mars Toys that seems like a very, very, in my opinion, a very closer representation of Michael Keaton. Because a lot of the figures for Hot Toys back in these days, they were very tanned here. And
I've noticed that, yeah.
They tended to be very tan in the earlier days.
Even the Bale,
I think Keaton being a little more pale. Yes, I mean Bale's a very pale man, and he has a very dark I've been
Yeah.
baking for a
What do you
couple
guys
hours
think?
on
What do
Vero
you guys
Beach
think
kind
the
of look,
odds
you
are?
know?
What do you guys think
Odds
the
of
odds
what?
are of Bale being in the movie cameo?
5%.
5%? That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I'm
20.
gonna go with. I'll see your 20 and I'll raise you 5. I'm gonna go 25 on that there.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm never right,
Yeah,
so that's
we'll
why I
surprise.
make bold decisions like that.
All right, guys.
So-
Well, hey, we got 20 in the house, so don't forget to chime into the chat,
Nice.
hit that like button, and subscribe
Like
to all my friends as well. Got the movie canon in the house. Hey guys, happy Friday, TGIF, and welcome
Woo.
to the show. Bad Boy for Life. Good to see you. If the movie does really good, I see Hot Toys doing a lot of figures from the movie with that Batman Hall suit. Is there any chance we don't get the gray and blue Ben Affleck Batman? Is there any chance? I mean, I gotta think
Zero.
it's
Zero
just a
chance.
paint. Zero chance that we get it?
No, zero chance that we don't get it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was gonna
Why
say
so
it's really
negative?
just a
No
no.
way.
That's what I
We're
thought.
getting that.
Because it's really just the Justice League, but different paint application, and then boom, you got
It's
another
it's a
figure. Right there.
little different. It's not 100% like it's hard to tell in the trailers, but like I've seen a
Right.
couple stills of the suit. It definitely has some differences, but I mean it's definitely very close to like Justice League tactical suit. But it is a new like suit though overall. But
Okay.
name a time in Hot Toys history from your knowledge of it there where they have not made a Batman. Name one.
Batman and Robin.
They have. What
Movie
do you mean? They
sucked.
haven't made Batman and Robin yet either, and they still can because it just did forever. But my point
Right.
is, like, they're going to make that eventually one day too.
Right.
Point. You suck at helping me make points. I was gonna say here that we always get Batman, guys.
No, you're right. You
Ugh.
are right. No, you're right.
No, I think we do.
You're gonna make me use our second F-bomb, make this rated R.
No, don't do it. I need my 12 cents. Got the chance to watch this on the 12th in IMAX. Super excited for this movie, getting both figures. Congrats for getting to see it early, Frank. That's
Kudos to
awesome.
you, bro.
DLO gets to see it Monday, so
Yeah.
he's going to tell us all how it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a banger, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the buzz has been very positive, so I'm really looking forward to this.
It's about time, man, for DC. It's been a while.
It only took the climax of the whole universe and to finally get a good one, right?
Right.
You love the movie? Awesome. We're changing everything after this one.
Wish they tweaked the face sculpt of Bale in the Armory version. Something just seems off. I think it was the lips. They look too like puckered up or something. Oh no, it was open. It was like an open mouth. And I was wishing they did more of just that neutral look. It's
yeah, I
but
agree
it's
with
not
you,
bad.
Strange.
But
No, but he's got a good point though. It looks good for a minute, but imagine having that in your collection. You have to look at that face forever. I don't blame
right.
you. Yeah, I'm with you,
Right.
Strange. I hope they tweak it too, but we'll see.
All right, so it was funny because a lot of initial thoughts were that this head sculpt was amazing and perfect. And then today I'm kind of talking to some other collectors, and they got problems with the eyebrows being too, they should be up higher, and the neck is too thick, and the hair is too thick, and all this stuff. And I think we could cut hairs or split hairs and nitpick, and I don't think anything's ever going to be 100% accurate to the actual person themselves. But damn, I still gotta think this is like a 10 out of 10 for me. Like I'm super happy with this. I think he's got more of a furrowed eyebrow look, and that's kind of why the eyebrows are down a little bit further. But Dilo, let me start with you. What do you think about the head sculpt? Do you think it's
I haven't
good,
heard
great,
anything.
bad?
I've been working all day, so I haven't had a chance to hear anybody's impressions on the head sculpt. So this is news to me. But I mean, if you're putting me on the spot, just looking at it right now, I can't help but agree with you, Graham. I think this is a 10 out of 10 too. I mean, I used to mention something about eyebrows and all that. I mean, yeah, I just showed you mine. I mean, the eyebrows are, like I said, almost cat-like on him. But you got to remember, like Keaton is like 70 years old now. Like your face
Right.
is going to change. Look at the wrinkles and the details. First of all, let's start with that there. The details on this head sculpt, absolutely amazing. absolutely amazing. This is Hot Toys at their finest. For some reason, I don't know why they're so good at this, but anytime they do an old person, it turns out to be really stinking good. So I mean, for me, I don't have anything bad about it. The neck, I mean, maybe put on a little weight. Maybe his neck is thicker than he used to be. I don't know, but for me, looking at this straight away now, I have nothing negative I can possibly say about this. And usually I find something. This one here, I am really, really satisfied with. I think this is a 10 out of 10. They knocked this one out the park.
I agree. You know, and I think it's really hard to thin the hair out when it's sculpted, you know? Like, how do you really do that when, like,
Especially
if we're,
short hair.
like, if we're balding but we do sculpted hair, it's tough to thin it out. So I'm not really sure how they could do that better. But I think if you compare this to a picture, yeah, you're going to find things that are off. But if we're just looking at it for what it is and for the art that somebody just made, I just think it's amazing. Some people even think he looks too old or too wrinkled, but I remember seeing him in the trailer and being like, God, he looks old.
He looks old,
like,
yeah.
like, you know, he's aged, and I have no problem with this. I don't know if I'll use the head sculpt because I have a hard time doing that with my Batman figures. I like them in the full cowl. But we'll see. But Brick, what are your thoughts? I mean, in all honesty, do you think there's angles here where you just don't see Keaton, or do you think they could have improved in some areas? Do you like it?
Dude, I see Keaton all the way. I mean, every angle I've seen in these pictures is spot on. Now, you did bring up the hair and kind of thin it out a little bit. Sure. It does look a little thick on top, but like you were saying, you know, it's kind of hard to do that with a sculpted hair. Especially with shorter hair. Like you see it recently on Scarlet Witch, you know, her sculpted hair looks really good. You see almost each strand almost in the back, but again, that's longer hair. And it's more in the back and not really on top. Yeah, man, he's perfect. The eyes, the eyebrows, he's getting old and he's kind of squinting there too. So your eyebrows,
right, you can see the wrinkles
down a little bit, you know,
in the middle here where it's furrowed. You know,
sure.
like he's
yeah.
It's a different expression than the pictures we're seeing. So
yeah, and I love this, man. And he, you know, he is aged, but he is in real life too. Like he is getting old, and especially that one scene in the trailer where
he is there. He is old as hell, man.
Yeah, when he says you want to get nuts, like he looks old on that scene. So, but man, this looks awesome. And I know we're only talking about the head sculpt right now, but that suit looks badass too.
So, if you were to get this, Brick, how would you pose him with the head sculpt, or would you be like, oh, that's a really good head sculpt, but you know, I got to go with the cowl? Or would you change it up? What would you do with this?
That's the fun thing about Hot Toys. You can change it up, right? I think I would start with the you know, the mask and then go to this look. I would say this is my favorite face sculpt out of the ones that we get. So I would probably go back and forth between this and the cowl for sure.
So here we have the separate rolling eyeballs, which is also going to just help the realism of the figure. You know, you can make him look whichever way he wants. I'm sure he's got the removable plate in the back of the head. As long as that's flush, I'm good. It should be. You know, that was one of the problems with the original DX9, the 89 Batman, was the cowl. You took the piece out. And I don't know if DLO... Did you ever have the 89?
I remember.
Yeah, you have the 89.
Yeah, I have them. Yeah.
Do you notice like it wasn't ever like flush, that back part?
No.
Mine
it
always
always
had a
bothered
lip.
me. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, same here.
That was one of the reasons I wanted to sell it and get the new one. But the Batman Returns, it seemed like they fixed it and it looked better. So
yeah, it's a lot cleaner.
Right.
But
yeah, go ahead, D'Lo.
The one thing I was going to say that like I'm not crazy about, again, I'm trying to be critical to at least give us something to talk about here, because again, I absolutely love this figure and it's going to come home, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to do the same thing too. They really like Batman. But the only thing I don't like is this right here, this new collar piece here for the sculpted head version there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it looks like it's folded a little bit, so it doesn't look like it's a hardened plastic. It looks like a fabric here, and then like the symbol over here. I can't tell how it's going to be connected per se, but like that looks kind of, I want to say tacky.
Are you talking about around the neck or
around the neck area
right
there? It almost looks like a cloth collar.
Okay.
Then
sure.
See how it kind of bends down to the logo of the bat sign here. I'm actually moving my,
Yeah.
my mouse around so you can see it, but I realize I don't have control, so you don't know I'm doing that right now. But yeah, like that whole area that like that collar piece looks a little off there. It looks, again, don't know it's supposed to look like that. I'm sure it does. It's supposed to be, but I wish that would be like a harder plastic instead, just so it kind of looks more natural fits to the rest of it there.
So yeah, you can see here, obviously the cowl is kind of like the old school traditional one where he's probably not going to have a whole lot of neck movement. But yeah, so when you put the head sculpt on, it looks like this is probably separate. Or is it underneath? I can't tell.
That looks underneath.
See if we can. And it looks like pleather. And the cape looks like pleather, which is a little nerve-wracking. It's not bad, but now that you point it out, it's kind of hard to unsee.
But I think it is like it is. I mean, look at that one. I think that's a detachable piece because look at it with the cowl
Yeah,
on. That looks like a hardened plastic instead there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does.
even here,
Like,
it's raised up.
Like I think the whole chest symbol comes with that accessory. I could be wrong, but like I feel like it's a neck collar that has the symbol on it as well too. And then with the cowl itself, I think it does the same thing too. Kind of like the original 89 and 92s have, where the actual bat logo is connected to the cowl. So when you pull it off, it pulls off the logo with you. Does that make sense? Am I making sense when I'm explaining that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
is this a tease here?
Oh my gosh, didn't even see that.
Could we get like a bat wing?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I'm actually curious to see what the comments say. If this was a tease, guys, and they do release this, would anybody get this? I'd really like to know people.
If it's like a smaller, more compact than the 89, I would get it. If it was like this, like the width of the 89 Batmobile, but like, you know, obviously just a little bit deeper. You know, if it's not too or enormous, then I think I would get it. But it's interesting. No, yeah, just one comment just said it's cool. It's a long shot, but so you're gonna get two capes, obviously, or is it?
Yeah.
Are we getting two capes? Or are we just getting where you put the poles in?
I really hope it's two capes. I really do. I don't want to have to put it to make it look just like that every single time I want to put that on
I would
there.
think it would have to be two capes for sure.
Right.
So Seriously. This is definitely like a pleather. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. I love it.
I think it looks nice, but you got to worry about it.
You know how many Batman capes have that same fabric, stupid, like Justice League-esque like material nowadays? Like everybody has that. Like, and it's not even supposed to be that material. So this, I like.
I like the I like those capes, but they're not accurate. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for the Justice League it works, but you could. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't do that for this one. It's just a totally different one. So newly developed designed bat suit with great articulation.
I've never seen them put that in there before as a description. Okay. We'll see about that.
One photo. So what do you think of that articulation, guys?
I'd worry about
crouching
those feet.
tiger, hidden dragon.
That's a really funny photo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of speechless. I haven't had a lot of. I've been very busy these last 40 hours. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to dig deep and like really dissect these photos. So I'm like sort of looking at this for the first, maybe second time here. So that is a hell of a pose there.
For an old guy, he's pretty flexible.
Listen, I'm still gonna keep this guy in a relatively museum-esque pose here. I'm like. From my experience with the 89, hopefully it improves with the body, but the body undersuit was really bad, and it has this terrible nuisance thing where, you know, if you lift the arms for too long, they're eventually going to start going down on their own, kind of doing that little thing there. So, you know, great articulation. I will wait and see for myself and test my theory there, but it's great. It's great. If it does it, great. If it doesn't, it's not a deal breaker for me.
Hopefully the suit's a little thinner as well, and it's not that thick material, so it'll be a little bit easier. But you can definitely see it wrinkling up here a little bit, but not too terrible for the pose he's in. Like, we've seen Spider-Man suits really bunch up in the groin area when he's getting into some of those poses. It doesn't look bad. I mean, he's kind of stiff in the midsection, but God bless him for trying.
Yeah.
But this works for me. As long as I can raise the arms, I'm happy.
Right.
That's where I can get the most of my articulation out of it. I'm good with that.
So this cape here, so when he was falling, like when he was, jumping out of the plane, both sides were up. So does that right side fold down then? And then the left side can stay up,
What they've done in the past is actually they give you like poles that insert into the cape,
Yeah.
and then that's what stiffens it out. So I'm wondering if that's what they're gonna do here. So I guess maybe we'll see when we see what it's all included. But I kind of like the outfit. It's kind of reminding me more of like you said, DLO Returns. I do think the gold belt would have been cool, but this differentiates it a little bit. But Brick, I mean, you wanted to talk. You said you kind of like the suit. Anything jump out at you?
I think that it looks more tactical than
Right.
the original Batman 89 and 92. The way that he's got like the shoulder pads and the knee pads and
I
going
never had
on
those
for him.
before.
Yeah, and I think the silver on his belt makes it look a little bit more tactical as well. Just looks really cool. And the way that you can spread the cape out like that, just awesome. And even the cowl looks a little more slim, kind of like Batman Begins or Dark Knight trilogy there, where it's kind of slim in the where the temple is or whatever you want to call it, leading up to the ear.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I didn't like it initially. Like, honestly, when I first saw it, I did not like it because my favorite look is the 92 cowl.
Yeah.
I love that cowl. It's very menacing, very mean. And it's more open around the face area there. So when they kind of rounded it a little bit more, it kind of like, for me, I didn't like it. But then again, it's like you're so used to seeing Keaton for 30 years in the same exact 92 suit that it's just like it's jarring at first. But
yeah,
seeing it now, getting to see it in figure form and how it looks, and seeing more footage of the film, like, it's really growing on me really fast. And that's what's really getting me hyped about this figure here. It's just like, at first I was a little bit off put by it because 92 for me is classic, but the more and more I see better photos of this suit, I really love that it paid homage to the suits that came before it, but still modernized it and made it look like it's been upgraded over the years. And so now it's just
for
like,
sure.
this is definitely has become like, I knew I was going to get it because I'm a Batman diehard, right?
Right.
But now I'm a Batman diehard that is really excited because I know this is turning out into like a fantastic figure here. So,
I like it.
I kind of want a Batwing now, man. I know we're not going to get it. X-Men Supreme called us out on that there, and just said like, hey, damn well they're not going to make one. Let me dream, X-Men. Let me dream, bro.
Something I like about this too, though, is it's new, but yet traditional. Like, you see the hints of the 89 and more so the 92, but like, the chest looks a little bit like the 92. The cowl still looks like it, but different. Like, it's cool because it's gonna stand on its own in your display, but at the same time, it's got that flavor of Keaton Batman, which I like. I'm glad they didn't change it completely, but I'm also glad it's not the exact same one. I love seeing that split second part in the trailer too, where we see all the suits, and your imagination takes you to be like, oh, what could be if we could just get some more of this? And it's like, it's really cool.
Sorry to cut you off there. The most important part, though, is they kept that yellow.
Yes.
For the symbol there. So
for sure,
that's important. People would freak out if they changed that, man.
X-Man says this is, I think, when he was talking about the head sculpt, a 20 out of 10. The whole figure, he's got the weird bat bib when he's not wearing the cowl, but I don't even care. I could never watch the movie and still want the hell out of this. And to be fair, like I told you guys, it's even though that head sculpt looks amazing, it's unlikely I'm going to pose him with it on. So it's not really something that you have to worry about if that's the route you're going. But the bib, I like that. The bat bib. Who's getting 2 of these? One's good for me.
Not me. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'm
man.
getting
Getting
one.
Don't
2?
be greedy. Save some for the rest of us, Doc. Jeez.
Got to save up for the other Batman too, you know.
Yeah, we gotta get. I'd rather get the 89 in this as opposed to 2 of these or 2 of that one or whatever.
But not
Eddie
since you bring up
Rodriguez in the
89
house.
though. You bring up 89
go
for a
ahead.
second here. How good is it though? Like if you're early in, or you're, I guess you technically say late. If you're late to the game of Hot Toys and you're a Batman fan, you're in a very sweet position here because not only are you getting a second chance at an 89 Batman, but you're also most likely getting the final Michael Keaton Batman we'll ever get as well too. So you'll
And the
be able to
Batmobile.
bookend this here. And a Batmobile. Seriously. 89 suit and
Great
his
time.
final suit here.
Wow,
That's pretty sick, man.
complete
It
circle.
really is.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time to be a Batman fan. Love it.
Chadwin, hello guys. Hello. Yeah. Y'all know damn well Hot Toys ain't making no Batman.
That's what I was reading that. I was like, let me dream,
Knockbat
bro.
says 2 capes. 2 capes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice, good.
So I'm assuming a draping and then the articulated cape.
That makes
Let's
sense.
see. Seems like a really good skit. What do you think of this articulation? Let's get nuts. Peyton in the house. What's going on, Peyton? He's a Batman fan. I can tell just by his photo, his profile pic there. So I'm sure he's got to be excited about this as well. Let's keep moving here on the pictures. So we looked at that. So here we got the face plates. 3 styles of interchangeable lower face. Dude, look at the one in the middle.
Dude, that looks vicious.
This just looks awesome. But I like there's no face plates that are like Batman Begins where it's like, what the hell kind of like faces he
one of those
making?
faces. Yeah, I know.
I like all of these. I like the smirk. I like this.
Yeah.
Brick, what's your favorite one here? Which one do you like the most?
Dude, I love the one on the left. It's classic for me, but that one in the middle is very vicious. If you want to do like a certain pose and have that look, that's awesome. But the one on the left, number 1 for sure. And you know, the first time I saw the one on the right with the smirk, I was like, okay, they had to add that. But then the more I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Because if you want to do that, let's get nuts scene in your display, it's right there for you. So awesome.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about, isn't that,
Picked right
are you
up on
talking about
that.
the trailer?
Yeah, I'm talking about the trailer.
I thought he has the smirk and says, I'm Batman.
Oh, maybe you're right.
That's right. That's right. It's the one.
I just remember he's like up on the top of the staircase or something. He's like, let's get nuts. And I just remember a smirk in the trailer.
But it's a good
It's on-
smirking
it's on
faceplate
Batman.
though. Like it's very
Yeah.
versatile. You can kind of use your imagination to say you can say he's saying that. I get you though.
Well, it's not over the top.
Exactly.
Like the
It's not
faceplate.
Batman
It's-
gets
Yeah. And it looks
You know,
just
not one
like
of those
it when he.
faces.
Yeah.
What I think sometimes Hot Toys thinks that the faceplates have to be completely different. But here I think they're all subtle changes, but I think they all work, and I think I could see myself using all 3 of them. But like when you do the Batman Begins, and it's like, why the hell are you even giving me this? Like I'm not gonna use this. Like, don't try too hard, Just give us the good ones, and we'll make it work. So, do you think he looks too? I mean, again, we've only seen the trailer, and I thought he looked old. But do you think any of these look like too wrinkled, too old, like out of character? I just don't see anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
They're really good. I mean, been looking at stills a lot lately of the new suit. These stills from Keaton from the trailer. I mean, he's a very old Batman.
He's a veteran.
Batman veteran. I don't know about veteran, but I'd say like what's higher than a veteran? What would you say? What would you call it differently?
High
Senior.
Chief.
Senior citizen Batman. That's what we got here. Okay. But I mean, it's great. I mean, this is exactly how he looks in the movie, and that's what I'm always here for. I'm always here for Hot Toys doing the best possible, accurate, sculpt and suits of my favorite characters, and this is a great representation. This is a breath of fresh air after our Wednesday conversation talking about Spider-Man 2099. Let's put it to you like
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure.
It washes
You know,
that
so
nasty taste out of our mouth.
Now is the one
seriously.
in the middle? Does that one look a little younger to you, or is that just his facial expression doing that?
Might be the angle.
The angle, okay.
Yeah,
And
Kinda
are his
tilted down.
eyes
and the
looking up?
lighting.
Yeah, it
'Cause
looks
that's
like
pretty
his
cool.
head's tilted down, and then he's kind of looking off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
The one on the left looks the oldest to me. But again, he's more looking up, so it might be the lighting as well
Yeah,
in the photo.
it's definitely
AZ
lighting.
Figs is in the house, and he says he's on the fence on this one. I'd like to know, why. Just what you're, if you don't like the figure, if you're just more of an 89 fan, or whatever the case may be. I'd love to hear, what makes you on the fence, because I know a lot of Batman fans, just that I've talked to so far in the last 24 hours, are all over this thing. So let us know in the comments.
Thanks for jumping on, man.
If Hot Toys wants to make all the suits from this armory, I wouldn't be mad. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be mad either. I'd be welcoming it.
I'm glad somebody brought this up here. I predict that we will get one of those suits from there, and it'll be a Toy Fair exclusive. Maybe
Well, there's
not
gotta
this
be
year, but maybe
something-
next year.
There's got to be something that we're going to see that they didn't give us in the trailer, right? Like a suit, possibly. That this might not be the
Yeah.
only suit we see him in.
Was there a Batman Beyond suit in that? Because who knows
In
if
what?
he's in like the background where they showed all the suits,
No,
Yeah.
nothing like that. Nothing futuristic to
Okay.
that level there.
Because
No.
I was just wondering, because if it has been 30 years, has he trained anybody in that 30 years? Will there be something like that where you see a suit, not necessarily him coming in, Batman Beyond coming in, but like a brief little cameo of the suit or something like that.
Well, they showed like an armory, so it was like different ones. He had
Sure.
a blue and gray one in there.
Yep.
I think he had some kind of like scuba style looking one. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the photo, but
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
there's definitely some options. I think an easy one, because I think the blue and gray one was very close to the 92. I can't say if it's completely the same, but if it's the exact same one, that's an easy repaint, and that can be, like I said, a Toy Fair exclusive. Like, I
Sure.
think there's gonna be a Toy Fair exclusive coming out of this movie. I really do. Whether it's the Ben Affleck one, that might be a Toy Fair exclusive, or maybe like something from the Armory. But I doubt
Sure.
that there's not going to be something special coming out of this line, because I mean, Batman sells. Batman will always sell,
Right.
and Hot Toys loves
yeah.
to make as many Batmans as they can, because that is easy money they print when that comes out.
It's funny that this came out before the main character of the movie, The Flash.
Yeah, I was thinking
I'm
that.
going with Batman.
Right?
It's smart marketing.
Yeah.
I've been saying from the get go, since we've been talking about this movie, I said from the get go, I can care less about the Flash. I'm watching this because I'm getting to see Michael Keaton again. I'm getting to see Ben Affleck. I mean, that is what's keeping me interested in this movie. The Flash is okay. Ezra Miller as Flash, he's not bad. I prefer Grant Austin from the CW personally. I like his Flash better.
Sure.
But as far as like keeping me interested in this, it's all Batman for me here. So, and I'm sure he's going to do a great job as the Flash in this movie too, and it'll surprise all of us. But every fan is, if you ask them honestly, they're coming to see this movie. They're coming to buy figures for Batman, and Hot Toys knows that. They know that, and they're like, if we're going to make any money off of this line, it's because we have a lot of Batman options here to pull out. So,
Dude, I'm even more
Get-
excited for
get everybody
Supergirl,
excited
seeing
for this
her.
movie. I think we're going to get her. I really feel like we're going to get her now. I really do.
And it sounds like she's going to have a good backstory in the movie too, and it's just a lot going on. What is it, 2.5 hour movie or something like that? How long
Not
is
long
it?
enough.
Yeah, not long enough.
Jordan says he prefers the 2.0 of the 89. I'm not gonna lie, if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose one, it would probably be the 89 as well. That's just too iconic for me. But this one is definitely one that I'm gonna get. Not a fan of Keaton Batman, but looks solid for fans. Doc says I think this is gonna get waitlisted when the movie hits. I don't know if it'll be that quickly, but I could see it getting waitlisted before it releases.
If that movie,
This is going to be heavily produced, guys.
Yeah. That movie
I
does
know
really
Hot Toys
well,
is kind of
though.
going with soft ones, but it's going to be heavy. It's Batman. Batman always, they make tons of Batman. It's not going to
Sure.
be right away. I promise you that.
Yeah, Eddie's in for the Supergirl. People
Ooh.
did brag about Ezra Miller in the movie reviews. So probably about
Yeah,
how good
he's
did.
gonna kill it in this movie. He's gonna bring it hard.
Everybody knows this is a low key Batman movie. I mean, that's the sense I'm getting, to be honest. And I think everybody's all for it. I think Warner Brothers is smart to know that too. Like DLO said, Hot Toys knows Batman sells. I think hopefully Warner Brothers know that Batman is their cash cow, and let's get Batman in there, but let's bring 2 Batmen in here, and one that started kind of it all in Michael Keaton. So I think that was very smart. Okay, Jordan, I'm a she. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jordan. She is a fan
Disrespectful, Graham.
of the 89 2.0. Well, welcome.
Jordan, I apologize on his behalf. He just
Thank you.
Come on, Graham.
freaking
I'm sorry
you
about that.
pig. Disgusted right now.
Ezra Miller looks like a frickin' bobblehead with that weird giant jawline on his mask.
That helmet does bother me. I'm not gonna lie. I know
I like the streamlined suit though. I think that's going to be a great figure too, and I would be tempted to get that if and when that's released. But
Here's the
we'll
thing
see.
about that Flash figure. I feel like it has to be very flexible. I feel like you have to be able to, like, if you want to get into that stance where he's like running and his leg is sticking out.
Oh, I got an idea.
Like,
I got an idea.
Okay.
You come out with the Flash.
Sure.
Okay. And you make it the same way as the 2099, and then you can pose it however you want.
Man, I think I'm done for tonight. Yep.
We make it out of plastic, and we show all the joints so these guys can put them in the running poses and all that. You don't worry about the soft goods suit. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea. No, I'm just kidding.
Never mind.
I think you
Screw that idea.
You totally redeem yourself. Yeah.
AZ Fix says he's on the fence because this gives me the same vibes as Old Man Han Solo figure did.
Okay.
I can respect that. I mean, hopefully special effects help a little bit, so that, I saw in the preview already, he was jumping around and coming down from the, ceiling top or whatever and the rooftop. But, I can see that. Grant. Better than Ezra.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. Not wrong.
Night Sight 77. I wonder if the 89 reissue will be equal in articulation to this one. I would think so. I mean, why not, right? Although, if the suits, the suit's fully rubber on the 89, and this one it looks. Let me try to get to it looks like it could be a thinner material actually. I don't know though. It's tough to say. Any thoughts with you guys?
My concern, honestly, is as I'm looking at this photo here, my concern is I hope this isn't like Batman Forever and with the Robin and his suit when you start bending into creases on the elbows and all that. That's what bothers me, and I hope that's not the case. Because I know what you've gone through with yours, and I still haven't picked those up because of that. Because I'm waiting for that to be steep discount before I touch them. That I know once I move it, it's gonna like crease and stay that way. But I hope whatever material they pick, it's definitely more durable than some of the other Batman suits that they made for Keaton. So.
Yeah, it's tough to say. In some of the images, it looks like a thinner material with the way it bunches, but in the same time, it could just. It's hard to tell with a photo. So, yeah, I don't know. But well, see, like here, it doesn't look as thick. It looks more like a Thor pant. Where it's thick, but it's not like a rubber thick.
Yeah.
Well, this is certainly rubber. This is certainly a rubber. I don't think it's like one of those like print-on suit kind of things that they do there.
Sure.
This is definitely a rubber. We just don't know how, how thick the rubber is going to be. Because I mean, the thickness of the rubber on the original is the very reason why, like, people have issues with bending the arms and all that jazz there and getting them to stay in position because it's so heavy. It's such a heavy rubber they use on that suit there. Yeah. Same. That would definitely happen to my dad for sure too. I mean, but my dad's not a billionaire either, so I'm sure he's got some like high-tech knee pads on or something.
Oh yeah, good doctors.
That's a nice pose. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of awkward, but at the same time, I really like this. It's kind of cool. Kind of like a
Kind of like
mid getting up or turning or
just got out of a big fight and he's kind of exhausted. He's getting too old for this, that
Looks
kind
like
of
he just
pose
jumped on a
vibe.
trampoline.
yeah. God, my back.
It's spinal.
It looks like you're not gonna have any kind of movement in the abdomen area, but like they're making it a point to show you, hey, we can bend the legs and the arms.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be legs and arms doing all the heavy lifting here. The cowl, obviously, it's stiff, so there's no neck articulation with that. You're gonna be tilting the whole thing from side to side.
Yeah, that belt probably restricts it a lot in the waist.
Possibly. I mean, it's good though that they gave you the rolling eyes, so you can at least, because you can't move the cowl, you're gonna be able to at least move the eyes, so that
definitely
you can
helps.
get them to look where you want to look.
Yeah.
This is a first edition exclusive accessory. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're just trying to get people to pre-order, or if there's like a batch number.
It's interesting that they're wording it that way. First edition, like there's never been we've never known what a first, second, or third, or fourth edition was in Hot Toys. Now suddenly we have editions here. So this is probably like the most important figure of our time, quite frankly, because what does that mean, Hot Toys? Are you going to start numbering your figures? I doubt you are. Is this just a fancier way to say it's a collector's edition or exclusive or whatever like that? Is that like the new term we're using now?
Right.
That's an interesting call out there, but I'm going to call baloney on that one. I'm going to say everybody gets that edition. How about that?
Right. I really like this base too, Brick. What do you think about the base?
Oh man, I was going to bring that up earlier in that picture. That base is awesome. I love it. It just looks like it has depth too. Does it light up?
Yeah. So I believe it's USB powered.
Wow. Yeah, that's really awesome.
LED light up figure base. It'll probably be USB. Most of them are going to USB. I like the fact that Hot Toys is going with these circular bases. They're a lot classier. They seem to be more high end. They just kind of fit better. I like that it's not like Marvel does, like the hexagon or the octagon, and it's just like all colorful, but it looks cheap. It cheapens up the figure a little bit. I think this adds to the figure. What do you think, DLO?
I agree with you 110% there. I mean, the days of the hexagons and those weird diamond ones, I'm over those days. I want it to be unique. I want it to be very in your face there, and I'm glad that they're trying something different this year. I mean, I get custom ones done just because I can't stand the typical Hot Toys ones. So I go out of my way and spend extra money to get stuff like this commissioned. Shout out to Stony Sands for doing these here, in case anybody's going to ask me.
Up Stony.
But yeah, I get these done because of that there. But no offense, Stony, I love you. But I mean, if Hot Toys makes better bases, you're going to be out of job, pal.
Yeah.
Payton's asking if we saw the secret base photos. Well, thank you for asking, Payton. I do appreciate that.
Ooh, the segue.
So here, guys,
let's go.
We got some real life photos here. Look at Keaton just kind of like giving us the stink eye here too. That's creepy. But
the answer is 2 capes right there.
Right, yeah. There we go. but no Photoshop here. These are just pictures taken. So it's really nice to actually see the figure, in person, so to say. But here it is. Is the base a little small? I don't know. I mean, he's got kind of a wide stance going on here, so I think it's okay. But I like this a lot, and I'm still having a hard time telling if this is like fully like a rubber or if it's more of like the Bro Thor or the Infinity War Thor material on the pants, like if it's a little thinner than a rubber. But it didn't come with a ton. I mean, 2 capes, get the head sculpt, the face plates, and then like you get the Batmobile remote, and then probably some batarangs and the grappling gun. I mean, so he comes with enough, because in other figures we've gotten a lot of stuff that I just never use, so it's not really a big deal for me. But you guys have a change of opinion on any of this stuff that you kind of see, kind of in like real light here? Does it still look as good? He looks really dark.
Makes me a
Like
little worried. The crease next to his crotch there makes me a little worried with the if that stays there and starts wrinkling, kind of like the elbow does for Robin. Excuse me. So yeah, that worries me a little bit if that starts showing, but it could just be the way he's standing as well, and it kind of just shows a little crease there in the shadow with the lighting.
Yeah, I mean, will we have a kind of a self-healing suit, or if you keep him in this pose for a long period of time, will it damage? I guess that's, remain to be seen yet, but I still think he looks good. I think
It looks really good.
Like, I still have no problems. I still want this figure very, very
Right.
badly. Like, this is like the suit, the lighting is there. I mean, secret-based lighting, typically doesn't favor very dark figures. I've just kind of learned that from like watching videos from other collectors go to their stores and stuff like that. So this doesn't surprise me here. I'm looking at it through the aspect of what I would do it from. It would come from my Magic Case lights. It would come from a collector's DTOFs and their lighting system there that typically every guy kind of follows the same set. I think this is going to look good. I think this is going to look good in anybody's collection set up there. I think the lighting from these photos are not something that you need to overthink and say this figure is going to be too dark for it. I think it's going to be really classy, really special when you put it in one of your display cases. So I have zero concerns about this here. I wish they did light up the base for us to see in these photos. If there's one thing I would like to see.
I was just going to say that. Like, imagine if this base is lit up too, how he's going to look in your display, and it's going to be pretty dope. I want him right now. It sucks that we have to wait till possibly the end of 2024. But hopefully
call it 2025. It's DC. I just finished telling everybody while you're away going to the potty that DC fans will suffer. It's going to be delayed multiple times, but it's going to look great. I promise you guys that there. But
2025, I might not even be in the hobby by then.
Add an extra year, guys.
The first one announced in the line, but probably the last one to come out.
Probably. That's so messed up. Might be
right. Striker 47. The great thing about having this figure set is that you can get a 6-scale body and suit and have yourself an old man Bruce Wayne with a head sculpt. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You could kit bash that head sculpt, make a second figure, do it that way. I mean, it's always a shame when Hot Toys does give us these work of art figure or these head sculpts, but you prefer to pose him like this and it just sits in the box. So yeah, if you can kit bash something and get this look, might be
it's a hell of a long neck, huh? Look at that.
Look at that neck.
Can you put that on the 89 Batman? I don't have that, so I don't know what the neck is on 89, but
that is way too long to fit on the 89.
Okay.
That's way too long. It's going to look so bad on that one there.
It's like when Justin does his reviews and he swaps the heads and he's like, well, this one won't work.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm just so distracted. Like, okay, maybe I found something negative for once, but it's like
you see the stitch line here. So it's not going to be like the 89 material.
Oh, wow.
That kind of looks like a Spider-Man suit material. It's Spider-Man-ish. Very more Spider-Man like than that. Oh, that's a good photo right there. But it looks like it's mixed media. Like I feel like the torso looks like it's more of a hard plastic almost. Like it doesn't kind of match the arms and legs there.
Yeah, you're not gonna have any.
And maybe that might be the reason. Maybe that's the reason why we can't get any movement out of there with those photos. You just read my mind.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Interesting. Like it almost looks like the shoulder pads that are above the arms are the same material and like thickness as the chest.
Right.
Like that's what it kind of looks like to me. And then like the arms and legs are like a softer goods instead. That's actually a good observation, Graham.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
we're all learning here. More angles. Got it. Look at that strong pose. Look at that cape. The wire in it. Do you like your wired capes, or do you wish they just? I know everybody when we had draping capes was like, "Man, give me a wired cape," but I kind of like draping a little bit better, just because it's easier to. It's easier to work with. Like the
Draping,
black.
you. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off there. Go ahead.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say the
No,
black suit Superman. It's cool because he's got a wire, but at the same time, I have a hard time getting it to look natural. Whereas like a draping cape, for me,
Yeah.
it's easier to just make it look natural.
Yeah.
I get bored with wire capes. That's what I was going to say. I get bored with them, and then eventually, I wish I had a wire cape to kind of replace it in between there, because like
Or you get
a
bored
wire
of the
cape, like
draping capes.
yeah, like I have the drape cape on the 92 over here, but I also own a wire cape, and I bought the wire cape first because it looked fantastic in photos. I got it from Lucky, who runs Unreal Customs, and it's a great cape, strong wires. But after a while, like I wanted to just give him kind of like this standard demeaning, the demeanor over here with this look here. But it's in all likelihood, as much as this cape looks really good, I have a funny feeling we're going to wind up buying drape capes for this one in the future anyways.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. Jazzy, what's up?
What
My
is
boy
up?
Jazzy. Thanks for coming to the show. We are just talking about Batman and this awesome, awesome figure. Look at the eyes. Look at that. Look at the skin wrinkles, the texture. Obviously, too, this is the prototype, so it'll probably soften up a little bit when they mass produce it. So you may lose a little bit of this, too. So where we think he looks really old, it might soften up.
Yeah, we'll say that picture makes him look like sandpaper. That one's better.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's what we remember from Keaton too, is just how the shadows kind of hit the cowl and the eyes, and
Dude, I love those eyes.
he's falling in love with the eyes.
Man, it looks like he's looking up at the bat symbol there.
Right.
Does anybody have that from the?
I had the Nolan trilogy for a little bit, but it sucks because I had the Detolfs at the time, and then I just kind of felt like it didn't fit. So I sold it, but it'd be kind of nice to have again. But that's how
same.
it goes.
You got
Pretty cool.
the Commissioner Gordon with the
I got mine loose.
John
I just
Blake,
had the
I think it
bat
was.
signal.
Just
but yeah,
loose? Oh, okay.
You could get them with Gordon or the 3-pack, right? With Gordon and the cop, Robin Blake, right? Wasn't there? It was like a big pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can
so
do
there's
Blake and
it.
the Blake and him, and then you had like the exclusive Gordon and Blake. So you had the detective look from, which was a sweet figure. That was the only way you can get him. So you would have to get the deluxe one that comes with both figures and the bat signal. But yeah, I'm like you. I had them in Detox. I loved them, but then like it takes up so much space, and eventually I sold them. And honestly, if there was anything I should have kept from that Dark Knight line, was probably that, because that one probably won't get reissued.
The thing, Rob, too, that you could do is,
after I say that,
you could put batteries in there, and it actually was like a flashlight. And if you stuck it, like you put it to the wall, you could see like the bat signal. So it actually kind of worked. It was pretty.
And
cool.
have Batman looking at it.
Right.
Pretty sweet.
Jordan says, I say both. When it comes to capes, my DX19 is a drape, but I will buy custom wired from Jackson. I will change them up when I see fit. Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it, is have the options. Have both. It's weird because I got a wired cape for my Darth Vader, and then I got a wired cape for my BVS Batman, and I find myself going back to the draping capes. I used them for a while, and then I kind of just went back to draping. I don't know. So I don't know. It's just, I guess, a preference. I
think Hot Toys should start incorporating 2 capes for their superhero figures there. One wired, one drape. I think that's this cape like conspiracy here is weird. Like, why do we cheap out on capes so much there? I mean, it's almost like Hot Toys at this point knows that like we're going to get custom capes, so they don't even bother worrying about it anymore. But, for an extra $10 or $15, I would rather pay you to get a cape with my figure instead of me having to wait, commission one out, and pay a lot more money for it there. So
Right.
if you're watching Hot Toys, just give us a second cape.
Just charge us an extra $10. We're fine. We got 35 in the house, guys. Thank you so much for spending this impromptu live with us. It's a lot of fun talking Batman and just kind of hanging back on a Friday night and looking at these photos. Yeah, definitely getting this. I have it pre-ordered, doing payment plans. Gonna lock it up. I like the head sculpt. DLO, you got any final thoughts on this thing?
Yes. Everybody buy it because I said so. That is all.
Wiser words have never been spoken.
Good night, everybody.
Brick, you got any final thoughts? What do you think? Like, I know we're in like the honeymoon stage of this thing, and we got a long wait ahead of us. But is this something you think you would get, or do you? I mean, okay. Here's the question I want to ask you. Actually,
okay.
If this movie somehow flops, will that somehow take some of the like, is it going to make you less likely to get the figure if this movie isn't as good? Does the movie have to be good for you to really want this figure?
I believe the movie's going to be good, so I'll just say that. But if the movie really did suck, I think I would go for the 89. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the movie's going to be great. But yeah, good question. I mean, if it did flop, I think it would affect that a little bit. But it doesn't take away from the figure. I'm not saying that. But if I could only choose one, I would go 89 because of, such a great movie. And that's a good looking figure as well. Something else I do want to say before we get off the Batman topic, a really cool figure would be from Batman Returns, the Goon with that big head from the beginning during like the Christmas Eve scene.
Yeah, that'd be
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that third party. It was like,
really?
It might have just been a custom because they were asking like $600 for it. It was on eBay. I saw it a while ago, but somebody made it and was trying to sell it for that price. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Be cool to see those guys in the Flash movie too. Something like that.
I really want Bob from 89 Batman.
Oh yeah, Bob.
And his leather coat with the Joker emblem, that cartoon Joker patch, and then the big knife and the hat. I think Bob would be such a cool figure. Joker's little henchman.
Talking about this guy right here?
Joker car.
Talking about him?
Oh gosh.
It's Bob.
That's not Bob.
It's not Bob.
He had long hair.
Bob. That is not Bob.
He's got the
Joker.
That's the boombox guy. That's the boombox guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not talking about him. Yeah. Do that. See
you were so proud of yourself for a second there. Like, yeah, I got Bob.
So proud he could show off his Lego.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not here.
Cheap plug, pal.
You know what? I'm gonna get a hair piece, and it'll be Bob. There you go. Take the boombox away.
You probably could find one for him. Yeah.
I kind of want to go watch 89 Batman now. It might be something I have to do
tonight.
Do it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So Brick. Okay, let's say the movie's good. Would you get this then over the 89?
Yeah, I'm already choosing this one over the 89.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, and not only that, but I know everyone's like, you don't have to feel like you have to complete the line and all that, but I know I'm going to want a Supergirl. I know I'm going to want to go deeper into this line. Yeah. So why wouldn't I want the Batman from this line too? When it looks this good.
So let me ask you this here, Brick. I got my own question for you. So you mentioned you're really looking forward to Supergirl, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chances are, what if they release General Zod? Because he's in the movie, he's the main villain that Supergirl is fighting in the trailer. Would you add Zod to that list of figures you would add from this line that you would get to?
I would very much want him. The problem is, we all know there are so many figures coming out. And, I'm trying to catch up with my Marvel line, but I still love DC. The first superhero I fell in love with was Michael Keaton's Batman. I mean, born in 89. So, that's like from there on out was Batman. the animated Batman, everything. So, but yeah, just because I'm a Marvel fanboy, you know, I definitely need some Batman in my life. And Keaton's my favorite. So, but yeah, General Zod, man, I'd have to. I love him in the Man of Steel movie. So it's probably gonna have to happen too. I'd put it on my radar for sure. And I guarantee you he's gonna look good. Every figure from this line, unless they do the Flash 2099, it's gonna look pretty good.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
X-Man says, I kind of hope the movie sucks so we can see the power of Keaton and watch this figure sell out anyway.
Ooh, there you go.
Bob was the realest dude in that movie. Hardcore ride or die. And then Peyton's like, justice for Bob. Bob,
Who
gone.
the hell is Bob?
What?
Who's Bob then? I thought Bob was the bald guy with the boombox.
No, Bob was he had the was it a
right
fedora
hand
hat?
man.
Oh
His big knife.
yeah. I got you. I know.
And then at the end, he takes his frustration out of Bob. He's like, Bob, gun.
Yep, I do. Yeah. Okay.
Do anything.
Yeah, I need to watch that movie tonight too. Apparently.
So,
Damn.
not to change the subject too much, but sticking with Keaton a little bit. Kind of weird that Batman Returns, we only got Batman. Now that we're seeing some third party kind of go after Penguin, Catwoman, do you guys think? Do you think Hot Toys sees that? Do you think they do the villains from Batman Returns ever, or do you think it's just a lost cause that it's just never going to happen?
They're going to do them. I don't know when. I mean, you guys are way more veteran than I am. I want to act like I know everything, but they would if they care about business and they care about their line, you know, they're going to figure it out. Seeing these figures, they're going to push it out. It probably won't be until 2026, you know, but we're going to see something. I have a feeling
2029
next year. Yeah, maybe
40th anniversary.
Right. Yeah. I mean, hey, I'd be shocked if they never did Penguin or Cat. I mean, especially Catwoman.
I'm shocked that they haven't done it to this point.
Right.
D'Lo's got a smirk though. I think he's got thoughts.
It's because honestly, you guys are adorable. You're adorable because you still have hope.
Aw.
You see here where you're like, you know, they're gonna make it eventually. Blah, blah, blah. I've been doing this for a long time.
Why
boys.
so negative?
Okay?
Sitting there in your ebony tower.
I'm not negative. I'm not negative. Like, let me take my imaginary shot and spit this out at you guys here. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna share something with you guys. You guys here with me, Graham and Brick, and people in the chat. If you guys don't know this, I'm gonna tell you now.
31 witnesses here.
Hot Toys hates us. They hate us because they ain't us, but they hate us. And here's the thing. We have been crying for these figures for years and years and years and years. And it just makes so much damn sense to make them, but they won't. They just won't because of whatever reason here. It's just, who knows? So I've heard every possible reason. Oh, it's hard to get this. It's hard to get this person's rights and this baloney. But truth of the matter is, I just think that, you know, when it comes down to it, Batman is where the money is. Everything else is a gamble. And Hot Toys, what I know about Hot Toys is Hot Toys just doesn't gamble. They do not gamble on figures that they're not obligated to make. You know, I mean, you'll get every Marvel character because, you know, Disney's their bread and butter. You know, you're starting to get every Star Wars figure, even ones that you didn't ask for, because Disney's their bread and butter. But you kind of understand, I'm a DC fan. I came into Hot Toys as a DC fan first before any other figure I ever got. And I'm telling you right now, DC fans suffer. We suffer when it comes to this here. So I would say if Mars Toys is coming out with the Penguin, which is, they've already teased and shown us some pictures of, and they possibly make Catwoman, definitely grab them because it's going to be a long wait before Hot Toys makes these. And if they ever do. So
even with the Keaton love that's going on right now with this figure, I mean, obviously there's always been love for Keaton, but him actually being in a movie playing Batman again, and everyone is seeing, people from you gotta think people from Hot Toys know this, which is why they made an older version. And then if this sells very well, along with the 89 coming out, you don't think there's a single chance at all that they're gonna be coming out? Okay, well, this line is obviously what
broken
people
man,
want from
Brick.
Batman.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's beaten.
I know he's waited so long.
I'm looking into these hopeful eyes of Brick, and I used to be like you once, Brick, full of hope.
I'm new. I'm a rookie.
thinking that one day they'll make that figure that I desperately want because it makes sense.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, listen, I already said my piece on this here. Like, if it was Marvel, you'll get every figure for the most part. Star Wars, we're starting to see that kind of love with Star Wars as well too. Like, Commander Fox Phase 1 came out before whatever reason,
right.
We didn't get something else, but we got that. I mean, it's just how it is nowadays here. So to go that far back, I just don't think it's realistic anymore. I think the ship has kind of sailed, and like I said, like, go support Mars Toys because they're giving you the stuff there.
Sure.
I mean, the Joker, the Romero Joker. Prankster. Yeah, they call it Prankster. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. Get ready for it to be called, Cat Lady instead of Catwoman, but it's still Catwoman. Sure. That's fine. But yeah,
what would they call
that's how you're going to get these.
The Birdman.
Nah, that would probably be like a Robin figure if they did that there. He would be
Duck Rider. I don't know.
I'll get back to you on that one there. I'll think of something clever later. But listen, support more Mars Toys on these here, because that's the only way as the DC fan, you're going to get the secondary possible villains as well too there. I just don't see enough people, honestly, if we were to get them Hot Toys, actually support them. I think that's what Hot Toys fear is. Like it's been so long to the point where, like, is anybody going to pick these up? Are they going to sell? Because they've gone back and they've done older figures like the Batman Forever line. I mean, it's not the best Batman movies, but I mean, diehard Batman fans, I mean, they're sitting on Sideshow right now. They're eventually going to get discounted at some point. Right. And I think that was kind of like a good indication. Like, if you think they're going to make Catwoman and Penguin, well, look at how we responded as collectors to those two figures.
So
supported it.
You did.
But you know what? A lot of us were surprised they came out with that too. I was like,
with what?
Batman Forever figures. Okay.
But that's the thing to Hot Toys. They will test the waters. Right. They will test the waters with something safe, like a Batman figure. And the test subject was the Robin.
It's just crazy that the only villain that they have out from the original 4 movies is, well, you know what I'm talking about, from 89 to 97 or whatever, is Joker. It's crazy.
Well, would they be more likely to do Two-Face and Riddler as opposed to the Penguin and Catwoman? Because it's more family friendly, a little bit more recent.
That's the thing
colorful.
About it there. I mean, if you think about those two right there, what do they have directly in common? What I just said, Batman and Robin, right? From that same exact line. Right. If Batman and Robin are not doing well, and I'm not saying I know for sure they're not doing well. I'm saying I'm just looking at it from like a
when did they come out? Last fall?
Yeah, like right before.
I mean, we're going on 9 months. They're still
very much there. They haven't been discounted yet, but that's bound to happen at some point just to move some. I mean, we just saw the Snowspeeder Luke get discounted. That was a big deal the other day.
That was a well-liked figure when it came out. Like, a lot of people were on that.
That was my figure of the year last year. That was, same here. I paid full price, and I never paid full price, but I did for that. I wanted it. But that being said, I just think, like, if you're banking on a Riddler and a Two-Face, if Batman and Robin are not selling from that line, what do you think the odds are of a Two-Face and a Riddler honestly being made by Hot Toys? I think Hot Toys wanted to test the waters, a scene of going back to older licenses that are familiar to us, like a Batman line, would pay off. And I just don't think that there was enough support with the figures that they gave us at a reasonable price, might I add. I mean, they're some of the lowest costing figures, out the gate right now that we have on the market. And no one's really buying those either. So
Hmm.
the idea of getting to Penguin, to Catwoman, I don't think it's going to happen now. I just don't think Hot Toys has
What
faith
you
in
did to
anything
Brick.
but
Look
Batman.
at his face now. He just
Yeah,
took the
more
light
hope
out
in
of
his
his
just
eyes.
Man, just dead now.
What?
If
But
Brick
Brick,
looks like
there's
this now,
hope.
I can imagine everybody at home watching me. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be negative, folks. I'm just. They asked me a question. I've been doing this a long time. I've been a struggling DC fan. Look at my hair. I had more hair when I started as a DC.
Oh,
Hot Toys
come
fan. Look at
on.
my hair now.
Look at this guy.
Yeah,
Look at
I
us.
know, right? Look. Yeah. But my point being is, it's like, if Mark Toys makes it, guys,
That's
don't
your hope.
hold out and say, I'm not going to get it. Like, get the Mark Toys one, because you may be waiting your entire life to get those figures. Just
And I
throwing that
think the
out
Mars
there.
toys will look good. I mean, that's going to be some hype. I mean, Mars toys, like you said, is making a name for themselves, coming out with some really good figures. And yeah, I think a lot of people are going to hit up that Penguin when
Yeah.
they do put it up for pre-order. And I will be one that is included in that. DLO, is that something you're going to get? Pre-order that thing?
Yeah.
Because
I'm
third
gonna
party
get
is a little bit
those.
different. You kind of got to pre-order.
You got to. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think that Hot Toys, and not just with Penguin and Catwoman, but anything that third party does, do you think they look at their sales to be like, oh wow, that sold very well, we should do something like that, or not at all?
I don't think so.
Occasionally they do that, though. No, in fairness, occasionally they have, let a third party make the figure and then gone. I mean, look at Classic Loki. Look at that one there.
What was the other?
That was something
the
that was
other
made by
Keaton?
So Toys, and then Hot Toys made after
the
that.
Marvel Keaton. The
Vulture?
Marvel, the Vulture.
The
That came
Vulture?
out third
Yeah.
party first, and then all of a sudden, so you might be right. Hot Toys then came out with it, or
It's
did
a
they
Hot
just
Toys
tease it?
they teased it. They re-teased it. That's the best way I can describe it. They teased it before.
So it didn't. They never did
they
A
officially
2.0
announce it.
tease.
they showed it at San Diego Comic-Con, and then they re-teased it again after, like, I think two of them, the Jazz Inc. one and one of the other companies did it. So I don't remember which one, but yeah, I mean, they re-teased it again. So
Right.
it's always a possibility with them. If somebody makes it and it does well, they can always go back and do it. But usually they don't. Usually they don't there, unless it's something more recent.
Doc says it. I'm not sure, but I think Yus mentioned he was thinking of making Penguin and others. Jazz Inc. That's interesting because I know they make vehicles, but I didn't know they were maybe going to dabble in actual figures.
Yeah, I heard about that recently. I don't know how much faith I have in another company making figures right now. I mean, it would be something like you got to show something really good, because Jazz Inc., they make wonderful things that other people are not making, but it's usually split from, like, I've never bought anything, so I'm not going to say anything negative there, but from the reception I hear from collectors is either they like it or they don't like it when it comes to their products.
Sure.
There. So, like, it's got to be budget friendly, and it's gotta knock my socks off.
Frank says, "Oh, Brick, it's hard out here in the streets for a DC fan." Yeah, I mean, it is.
Frank.
I mean,
he doesn't know. He's so
we
positive. Stop it.
We crapped on a little bit, but I will still say I think the DC figures though are the best in my collection. Maybe it's because I just love Batman and Joker, but I still think, like,
You're not
they
wrong.
have more presence than a lot of this other stuff. And you got the Batmobiles and the Batpod, like the things they do make other than Batman Begins typically are really, really good. And I moved this, I swapped these two so I could get it over here so it was like on screen more, because I just think it looks so awesome with DC. So, man, I don't know. It's tough being a DC fan, but at the same time, it's nice. I don't know.
See, Brick? He said exactly what I said when he was on break. Remember I said all that he just said right now?
It's true. When you ran up the stairs to get your daughter a tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he knows.
It's true.
DC,
true.
listen, DC figures tend to look the best. They really do.
Yeah.
Rarely do they miss when it's DC.
Right. X-Man says Jazz Inc. made that Vulture. Okay. So they did make a figure. Let's see. I want to go back to Strange Logic. Always has really good, kind of reminds me of Brick. He's always got really good questions. He says, if any of you could get a life-size figure What would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's tough to just one figure, life size.
Harley Quinn.
I was gonna say Black Widow from Iron Man 2.
Wait, what was yours, Brick?
Black Widow from Iron Man 2. There you go.
Okay, so we're going females. We're going
Life size. I mean, why not?
life size. Oh hell, I'll just say
Gal Gadot.
it would either be Wonder Woman or Harley Quinn for me. I mean, if we're doing the sexy female here, if we're gonna be
Can't believe you,
strictly
Graham.
doing a superhero, it's probably gonna be 89 Batman. Be cool.
Yeah.
Life size figure. Darth Vader would be pretty sweet.
I would actually like an Iron Man suit. I'm not a
Iron
huge
Man would
Iron
be-
Man
that would
fan
be
like
sick.
that, but that would be
Yeah.
cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think realistically, I mean, Spider-Man, give me the Tom Holland head sculpt. That'd be cool. The glasses.
armored Batman. That'd be a beast,
That would
but
be
it wouldn't
sweet.
be my favorite. You know what? I'm gonna say BVS Batman. Actually, that's my
Okay.
favorite look of Batman. I'm gonna go BVS. Plus, Ben Affleck is really tall. He'd be a huge ass figure, beefy, awesome.
Give
Female.
me Venom.
Harley Quinn. Venom, yeah.
A big Venom.
Give me a Thanos.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was a good question. I like that. Okay, that was the other thing I want to talk about too. Infinity Gauntlet says they need to make magnetic bases similar to InArt, and that's I'm not going to get into that. But InArt has the Warner Brothers license. Is there a chance InArt takes on Penguin and Catwoman?
Great question. Totally different answer. I
There
can
you go.
totally see them doing it.
I could see that too.
Totally doing it.
That'd be
In
fun.
fact, I can see them doing Catwoman before doing a Keaton Batman. That's how
Ooh.
confident I feel about InArt doing it, though. Because we've been talking also how badly we want a Catwoman and Penguin.
Right.
And InArt, for whether you like them or not, they're very smart when it comes to their choices of what figures they pick out.
Yeah.
Harry Potter right now, I'm telling you, it's the buzz right now. They did Joker. The community's been buzzing for Joker. Still is to this point here. I mean, it's been released. People now got them. It's still the talking of town. Harry Potter, that's the next big one from them there. If they're coming out and doing a Catwoman, when we've been screaming for that for the longest time, InArt's going to make a hell of a lot more fans overnight, just like that.
Right.
So
And they're doing a little bit of
definitely
everything
can see them
too.
doing it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's I know the prices are a little steep, but at the same time, if you guys are big fans of that, you really got to do your best to support it because that's how we get more of those figures. So, if we have any shot at some of these miscellaneous or even just like even some of the DC stuff, like don't just be all for it, but then kind of back out. Just try to support those miscellaneous figures, and then hopefully InArt will be successful, and we'll keep getting more of those. So, I'm kind of doing that with, I guess, kind of supporting third party. Just Edward Scissorhands, Prankster, Willy Wonka, stuff like that. If it's stuff that I can't get anywhere else, and it's the miscellaneous that I've been talking about, I'm going to pick it up because I also want there to be more of that stuff coming out. I want a Beetlejuice. I want, some of that other stuff. So, there's your hope, Brick. InArt is your hope.
Man. Well, and you
Listen,
look at
our only hope.
at
That
Queen
sounds so funny you
Studios,
saying
like
that.
they're,
It's your hope.
maybe you look at Queen Studios and you see what their best-selling statues are, and maybe they go from there too. Like, hey, this statue killed it. This Joker or this Wonder Woman. I saw a comment there. Maybe they do something like that and they go off of those sales. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they can gauge
Possible.
Yeah.
the popularity with some of that stuff. I feel a sneeze coming on, but it's not there yet.
Bless you.
I hate those.
We'll see. It's just tickling you. Well, guys, yeah, this was a really fun show. It was fun just to kind of come on here and talk Batman. I mean, I could talk Batman all night, but I know we all got Nighty Night Land to visit and Delo's Beat from another week. So, any final thoughts you guys got? Anything on the brain? We good?
We're good.
Well, Batman looks amazing. Let's just
Yeah,
I'll just summarize
amazing.
how I feel. It looks amazing. It's a great figure. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very happy that Michael Keaton is back in all his glory. I'm gonna get to see the movie on Monday. At a
You
quick
lucky
early screening.
bastard.
I'm so happy about that. I am so excited for this here. So I will keep it to myself, but I will definitely have different feelings and opinions on what figures I think we will get after I watch the movie. So I will.
Are you going? Who are you going with to see it?
Oh, but I'm actually going to go by myself. I can only secure one ticket. It's a free screening from Warner Brothers. So it's like
A free
you
one.
got to be
wow.
fast. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, they want the word of mouth to get out. They only do that when they're trying to build like some momentum for a big flagship like movie. So
Yeah.
I used to do it a lot before. I used to go to like all the screenings and stuff because they do them mostly here, believe it or not, in my town. So it's kind of weird, but usually you get the invites if it's a movie that it's not doing great, but they want people to go watch it. Like the last one I went to before this was the Ryan Reynolds movie, Free Guy. You guys remember that one?
Okay.
That was a good one.
Yep.
So I mean, free tickets for that one there. I got to do Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one.
Okay.
So I've been to a few of them there. So typically, when they want people to get the word out, it's good. We get the invites.
Well, if I was able to go to the movie with you and we sat down, I'd say this to you when it started.
Welcome to the fucking show.
I had to use it.
No, listen, about time. I was waiting for something to pop up.
Yeah. All right. Now it's rated R.
It was a very modest night for that.
2 F-bombs.
Yeah, well, sometimes they just got to make sense. They got to fit in. I got to find other ones too. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's always fun seeing you guys. We will be back next Wednesday for Wolfpack Wednesdays, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. We have a special guest, Man of Hot Collectibles, will be on the show, so you won't want to miss that. So make sure you put that on the calendar and tune in to Wolfpack Wednesdays, because if you think that we were laid back tonight, we're extra hyped on Wednesdays. So make sure that you are there for that. You guys are what also makes the show go. So, you know, we really do appreciate that. Outside of that, I think that's pretty much it. So stay cool out there. Have a safe Memorial weekend. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Good night.
Night.
Bonjour.